Hello, everyone. I'm so excited because if you like to save money and you like to eat, you are in the right place today. I have with me my, I don't know, you're not like just a mom. You are a mom, a professional wife extraordinaire.
Mm-hmm.
This is Leah Eagle, and she is a busy mom. She's got a 17-year-old son, an 11-year-old daughter, married, lives in Alabama. And y'all, that means she can probably make gravy. That's what that means. For you people in Oklahoma, well, Oklahoma might too, but California, yes, we eat gravy. Leah and her husband are both in the media field. She does public relations for their Shelby County Humane Society. So send her love because she is helping get homes for doggies and cats,
Mm-hmm.
other animals. She also is a local editor for a local magazine, and she is on two PTO boards. Phew, I know. All while having to feed a family. So, if you're
Yes.
like, and Leah's like most women, the busier you are, the more organized and savvy you are.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's our topic today, meal prep for money saving. So, welcome, Leah. We're so
Okay,
glad.
thank you, Julie.
I love it. I love sharp business women because yeah, and some women are like, we're not at the level that we can hire a cook yet, but
Oh
we
no.
definitely hire our housekeepers. Yes.
I'm down with that.
Yes, yes. So tell us, okay, so I love that you do meal prep.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I aspire to. I have done freezer meals at one point in time for like a week or 2 weeks out of my whole life.
Okay.
But I definitely think meal prep is the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
But tell us how did you stumble upon I got a meal prep? This is important to me because how did you decide to start doing meal prep?
Um, I've been doing it so long, I can't remember. I feel like I've done it maybe even before kids, but basically I hate the question of what's for dinner because I have three people in my house that ask me daily. And so I just decided at some point years ago, I'm going to meal plan and then I'm going to conform my grocery list to that meal plan. And then I'm going to get my groceries. I used to go grocery shopping. I haven't done grocery shopping in a store in a while, except we had a new Aldi open about a month ago. So I wanted to go check out the Aldi. So I did in-store shop, but it's a smaller scale store. It's not nearly as um, overstimulating as some
Right.
of the larger stores. So I don't mind running in there. So I first started doing Walmart grocery pickup during COVID, or maybe before. And then when it became available, we could get Kroger here. We don't have a Kroger store anywhere at all. I don't even know in Alabama.
No.
But so I decided to save at least an hour. I'm gonna have groceries delivered, and it's literally with Kroger. It's $6.95 a month for however many deliveries you get. So that helps. But I normally just do one delivery a week. And so what I do is usually on Saturday when I want to be relaxing and reading or doing other things, I get out my little black notebook. And in my little black notebook is where I write my grocery list and my meals for the week. So, um,
Now you will sell a
yes.
copy of that to everyone for a hundred
I
dollars,
mean,
right?
well, if they really like chicken, they'll really like my recipes.
That's great. I love it.
I don't eat red meat, but my family does. So I have to kind of work around, will I eat this? Will the kids eat this? But I guarantee you, every day, one out of those three people in my house will complain about what the meal is.
No, no, I
Oh
would put you
yeah.
in charge
Oh
the
yeah.
very next day.
And it's usually not my husband. There's just a few things that he doesn't really love, but he'll eat. But like always, one of the two kids is going to say, "Oh, not that again. I don't want that." And so a lot of times I ask them for their input when I'm making my list, and I say, "What
Sorry,
would you
my
like?"
phone's ringing. Sorry about that.
That's fine. I'll say, "What would you like for dinner this week?" And my son will send me like four meals, but like I don't want. I'm not making all four meals. I'm like, maybe if you really want chicken casserole, I'll make that Tuesday. But they love burgers and I don't. So a lot of times if I have plans to be out that night, I'll get my husband to make burgers because they love it, and I get to miss it. So it works out great. So what I do
Wait, I
is,
got excited. I have questions in my head.
oh,
How many chicken recipes do you think you have on repeat, like every 2 months?
oh, I mean, I would make 5 recipes of chicken a week. I mean, and be
Like
fine with it.
different
Yeah, I
species?
mean, gosh, let me see. So
No,
we've got,
I guess I'm asking if you made a chicken recipe book, how many different chicken
oh,
recipes do you have?
I don't know, maybe like 40.
That's amazing. Fantastic.
But I've got chicken parmesan, I've got chicken Caesar flatbread, I've got Instapot barbecue chicken sandwiches, I've got crock pot chicken, I've got chicken quesadillas, chicken piccata. The list goes on forever.
Yum. I'm
Um,
so hungry listening to it already. I love it. I love it. Okay. And then, all right, let's go back to the Kroger pickup.
okay.
So you're paying an extra less than $7 to get it delivered,
Hmm.
but do you pay more
That's for the
money?
month.
Yes. But do you pay more money for the food items?
No, because I am so cheap that I will get my groceries in the cheapest manner possible, whether it's buying, 90% store brand. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
But there's some things you're brand loyal to that you want to get. But no, I think that just I've lost my thought, Julie. Go
No,
back.
that's okay. So I think Kroger and I think Walmart do not
Yes.
charge you on the food because they're
No.
actually picking it.
Instacart does. I will not
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
But like Publix, I think does Instacart. That's out of budget. So no, Walmart's prices are Walmart's prices. They're not going to have buy one get one. They're not going to have 50% off or anything like that. Kroger comes in then because I usually get my Kroger order cheaper than Walmart because they have all kinds of sales. You clip digital coupons. They have extra savings. You get like preferred customer bonuses that other people don't get. And so with all that, by the time, it'll show you like you got Kroger coupons of $15. You've got savings whatever or sales of like
Right.
$15. So it shows you when you check out and it's like, oh, you can get sale things at Kroger on
Yes.
sale with coupons that you can't get at Walmart or many
Right.
other places. So that's they're my go-to because I've loved all their products. I love the delivery service. But you still have to put time into it. Like this doesn't
Oh, yeah.
it probably takes less time because I don't go to the store, but just, I have my staples I have to get in the grocery list every week. And then I'll have my meal plan. So then I'll go back and be like, what ingredients do I need for these recipes for the week? And then I kind of accumulate all that together. And then I usually have my groceries delivered on Sunday afternoon. So I have everything for the week for kids' lunches, for my husband's lunches at work, snacks, etc., around the house. So I think Kroger is saves me the most money out of any service I've done.
Okay, that's just exciting right there because I have done the match and the hunt and the peck and all that stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
that's great. And sorry to say, Walmart, they've messed up about 2 of my pickups. I'm like, quit subbing. I don't need 10-pound bag of potatoes.
Right.
Pound was all I needed. So
Right.
yeah. Yeah, I've gotten I got this thing of chocolate chip
Oh
versus the
my.
little one. And so I like dark chocolate. So instead of buying more dark chocolate, I've just been eating semi-sweet morsels for probably
Yeah.
3 months.
Okay. Well,
But
I
I
mean,
might eat less chocolate that way. So it might not be bad.
yes. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. Subs
so
are a
that's
thing, but Kroger usually does. They will let you like, and Walmart might like if you say allow substitute, it'll let you to go in and pick. Like if you're going to get a cheese pizza, they don't have it, then you can get pepperoni. So it's not like, you know, you usually kind of know what your sub's going to be.
I think Walmart does that too. I just once I've moved on, so it might have been user
Yeah.
error when I did that. No, so no shade on Walmart. Okay, so I love this book that you have. I love the high tech, right? Because
It's literally my husband got it and brought it home from a work thing. It says Decision Desk 24. So I think
that's
this was some kind of like election thing he had.
that's funny, but no, I
So
mean sometimes it helps me process when I'm using pen and paper.
100%. I love the pen and paper. Like I've been in journalism for years and years, and I love my MacBook, but I have I make a to-do list pretty much every day just so I can cross the things off because it
It's just
makes me
fun.
feel accomplished.
Yes. The dopamine is wonderful.
I get
So
it. Heck.
every week you have a list of your meals you're going to have and then
Hmm.
your grocery list.
Yeah, but I put them on the same page and I double check my list like Santa. I check it twice, so it's all marked through. But
Okay.
like here's my grocery items, and down here I put Sunday through Friday. I do not worry about meals on Saturday. I let my husband worry about it, or sometimes we eat out or pick up, but we
Sure.
don't. Normally, we don't do any of that during the week because I know how it adds up, and I just don't want that money being siphoned out every day. So usually we'll pick up something on Saturday. He'll grill something on Sunday. Every Friday is pizza night, which sounds fun, but Mama's tired.
Yeah, yeah.
But we've been doing pizza on Fridays ever since Carson was little, and he's
It
about to be
works.
17. So, um, we know what's coming on Friday. But the other ones I always try to do, obviously a chicken meal, but I try to do a crock pot, um, and or Instapot, and I always do a Mexican, usually an Italian. So I don't have them on certain days. It just depends on if I'm going to be home that night, what time I need to cook, et cetera, et cetera. But this is also, and I got this at Hobby Lobby a million years ago. This is my menu board,
Love it.
and I know you can't see it because it's backwards.
That's
Um,
Oh, I
okay,
can see it.
but
It's
basically,
coming through right.
oh, good. Okay, it's just backwards to me.
Yeah.
So every week after I meal plan and do my grocery list, I go on and write what we're having here. And sometimes it'll be this on this night, but I have
Sure.
the ingredients and I have the things. Last night, hibachi did not happen. I forgot to thaw out chicken, and I was at an event. So my daughter wanted the Grinch meal at McDonald's. Whatever. I didn't know it was $12, or I would have said no. I thought it was
Oh,
a kid's
Lord.
meal. So I was like, I hope you loved it because we're not doing that again. So hibachi didn't happen. So he did get McDonald's, which is a rarity during the week for us. But like you say, every Friday's pizza. So tonight we are having the one dish chicken. We did the taco pasta. We did the soup and grilled cheese. I've had events every night this week, so I had to make stuff that I know the kids would like. That's easy for my husband to cook when he gets home because he usually doesn't get home till like between 7 or even 7:30. And if he goes to
Yeah.
the gym, it's more like 8 or 8:30.
So you
So
guys don't ever eat leftovers. Like I cook enough food that I can eat it twice in a week.
oh, my husband and my kids do. I don't
Oh,
touch leftovers.
okay. You don't like all the
Maybe
germs?
queso. I'll reheat some queso. And maybe pizza, but no, like we don't. I don't make a bunch of extra. My son actually says because he wants to eat all the time, you should make more food. I'm like, more food is more money, and as long as your stomach's full, we're good. You can have an after dinner snack or something, which he does. He
Yeah.
always raids and gets snacks, so he's not hungry. But I'm like, I just don't. I cook for 4 people, and if we have leftovers, my husband will take it to work. The kids will eat it after school, so nothing goes to waste. I just don't
Sure.
have excess.
Yes, I got you. So the way I meal prep, and my girlfriend, she used to buy. She had two daughters in
Hmm.
like elementary school, single mom. She would get enough ground beef, brown it all. I know that makes you go. "Bleh." She would
It
brown all the
does.
ground beef for like 3 pounds, and she would make spaghetti. They'd have
It's just
tacos. And
sitting there.
I think they had like sloppy joes, and
No,
all
no.
the
What
time.
even is sloppy joes? That's meat. I thought it was like
Yeah,
barbecue kind of
it's meat.
stuff.
Yeah, it's like a meat with a saucy barbecue flavor ish thing in there.
Okay.
Yeah,
With some
but
mystery sauce.
she was funny. She would just cook it all, and she, like the food was. Then she had it in packs, so when it was time to eat,
That I like the concept, but like for somebody that doesn't like leftovers and things like that,
yes,
it I couldn't do that.
right.
But I like the concept.
But for anyone watching that is like, oh gosh, I
Hmm.
can't cook every night.
Yes.
Now, I will say too, I've been eating more fish because my nutritionist said more fish, more veggies. And so
Oh,
I can
okay.
throw fish in my it's just two of us at my house I'm cooking for. throw it in my air fryer and I put it on bake or broil and
Mm-hmm.
it's like done in 10 minutes. And
Air
then
fryers are a gift.
yes,
They
yes,
really are. Crock pots are too, but if you
yes.
need it quick, the air fryer is just a joy to have in your house.
And then I just will steam broccoli or saute some zucchini up and off we go.
That sounds nice and healthy.
Yeah.
I
But
am not I'm not that. I don't there aren't many vegetables that I like. I
okay, so
need I
you will
need
only do chicken, fresh new chicken every day.
I mean, I'm getting my protein most definitely. If nothing
Yeah.
else, I'm getting plenty of protein. But some recipes I've been making since we got married but I still like to go on Pinterest, not every week, but like some weeks I'll just go on and try to pin a few new recipes and print those out and just kind of work them into my rotation just because, even if I make a menu plan for the month, which in my mind I'm always going to do and I haven't, but I
Yeah.
would like to because I could take we would have however many days of different meals for that month. And then I feel like you could just copy and paste it to the next month. So you're only having the meal once a month, but you're not having a meal plan every week.
Okay, I just thought of something. Have you loaded some ideas into ChatGPT and spit it out?
While I am a fan of ChatGPT, I have not talked to it about groceries.
So that is a thought. Just and it'll if you log in under you, it'll remember that it's you
Mm-hmm.
and it'll remember your preferences. So like,
Yeah.
hey, I'm shopping at Kroger this week. But you could also say here, and what I would do is I would copy like because I'm a nerd and well, you are too, you're detailed. But I
I
would
don't
do
put
it,
everything in a spreadsheet, but I'll make a list.
yeah, but you might have it in a Word document somewhere, all
Mm-hmm.
your recipes. And you could say you might even want to take out your five and say, I'm thinking about these five dishes this week. What's the menu list? And
Mm-hmm.
then ChatGPT will, and there you go.
I will definitely do that. So I have a recipe binder, just a white binder, 3-ring binder, and I have all my recipes um printed because I like paper because I don't like to have to like turn my phone back on and
Yes.
all it's too much. So I like the piece of paper to sit there when I'm cooking. Um and then I guess it's just easier for me for paper. So and then in that each recipe is in a sleeve protector
Yep.
with the hole punch too. So
Yeah.
I didn't bring it for a visual, but I have all my
Okay.
recipes in there and literally like I sit down on the couch, I get my laptop, I get my blanket, and my dogs join me. And I'm like, okay, and I will just go through the whole binder and pick 5 recipes. Um and then go from there. But I keep my little black book here because I can look back over the last few weeks and be like, oh, we had that 2 weeks ago. Oh, we had that last week. I can usually remember what I've had the week before, but like I try not to duplicate. Although my son says you make the same thing all the time. I think it's just because he's been eating with me for
Yeah.
17 years, and the same recipes do come up. Like you don't get a new recipe every day your whole life.
You have got to tell your child, say, honey, I'm so glad you're creative.
Mm.
Please come up with a recipe. And then we're going to learn to make it together.
Girl, let me tell you, he was cooking something last night. I was walking out the door, and I hate when he uses the oven because I'm just all I can think of is fire, fire, fire. Let me find
That
this
might be
text.
the less. Can I just say that it might be easier to listen to a complaint than have a fire? Yeah.
Yes, okay. He, let me tell you, this was what he was making last night. I saw it when I was leaving. I was like, I said, how long are you cooking this? He said, 30 minutes on each side. I said, you don't cook anything that long. Okay, here's what they're called: hard tack crackers used during the Civil War. Okay, they're very hard and can break your teeth, but it'll be good if you soak it in water. And I said, um, he said it's supposed to be hard so no moisture is left. It can be stored for decades.
And why does he want to make that?
He has made Squid Game cookies. Like he just sees something, he's like, "Oh yeah." And the Squid Game cookies were disgusting. This was literally flour and some other. It literally had 2 to 3 things in it. And I said, "Those are not going to taste good." So
The description.
he always just makes weird stuff. He doesn't he'll microwave his little lean cuisine pizza and the stuff he eats. My daughter makes ramen like nonstop on the stove. So they make stuff that they want, microwave mac and cheese. But
I retract my statement about let him cook. I see where I wouldn't let him be creative. That, like, when you're
why do
describing
we
it,
need a Civil War cookie in the 2020s? I don't know. And I don't want to keep them for decades. You pack them with you when you move out, and I don't even know where they are, Julie. I don't even know where they wound up.
that is
So,
hilarious. That, I mean, your child's fascinating. I can tell that he even came
oh,
up with
he
that.
is a piece of work. He's
That is so,
great and he's
what a
funny,
ride.
but just the stuff
Okay.
that his mind is just like,
I love it. All right, so let's talk about money. I know that just morning drive through the drive through. My husband will hit one of the places for the fast food
mm-hmm.
breakfast, $7. I would the other day was going through another fast food for breakfast and it was $8. And I was like, no, we're not doing this. I mean, I
Yeah,
can hard boil a couple of eggs for less than $2 and put it in a Ziploc bag and go. We're not paying
true.
$8, right? Like, I don't understand why people need drive-through coffee in the morning.
I I like it on occasion. A lot of times we'll get one before church on Sundays.
That's
Um,
a treat. That's
and
not daily.
sometimes like I don't know if I've done it this week, but my husband loves to frequent Scooters, sometimes Seven Brew. And he's like, well, oh my gosh, Leah, it was only $7. I'm like, times how many times this week? So I think it's okay sometimes, but I can't, if you can afford it, do your thing. If you don't need to save money, drink it all. But I can't, we live within our means, and us being both in media, it's our means are not not anything notable.
Well,
And
you're
so
behind the
and I
camera,
get
behind the publication. You're not the star. So yeah.
yeah.
Well, what's
And I
interesting.
tell him all the time because I handle all of our money. I handle the bank. I check the balance obsessively every day. And I don't know, like he'll just randomly I guess he checks the bank account. Because we do everything through checking. And I want to be one of those people that does it on a credit card and gets points, but I'm not there yet. So like I see all these ding 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 and like it's like scooters and um then he'll want to have to pick up something for lunch and then he stops and he loves a gas station snack. My word. I never in my life growing up went to go in a gas station and get a snack. Like that was so foreign to me, but he did. And so if he's getting even if he's not getting gas, there'll be like a racetrack 768 and he loves energy drinks, those monster energy drinks. And I mean it's just like ding 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 and bless his heart he doesn't spend a lot of money, he doesn't make a lot of purchases. um but I get on him and I don't mean to. I'm just like, hey, you should look at the bank statement online and just see how many of these little $5 to $10 dings hit in this 1 month and see how much it adds up to. Because I think people don't realize it because it's small amounts, but when you see like a total number for a certain amount of time, it'll like kick you in the stomach. And I feel like years ago, after we got married, we did the Dave Ramsey Financial Peace, and my memory doesn't work well. So I don't remember a ton from that, but I do remember when we were writing out like what stuff, what we paid each month for different things. The dining out blew my mind. And that might have been where I turned a corner and was like, we're not going to eat out
Yeah.
much. I mean, if it's two of you, it's one thing. But family of four, we go to Chick-fil-A, it's between $40 and $45. And that's fast, but I don't really like any other fast food, honestly, besides Chick-fil-A. But they got McDonald's last night and it was $29 for the three of them. But that Grinch meal was 12. So, but it came with a pair of Christmas socks. So,
Oh boy.
you know what? I could have got your Christmas socks at Walmart for $1.
Yep. So
But
two
anyway,
things on that.
okay.
The first thing, I don't know if you've ever read The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy.
I have
And
not.
it is so good. Anyone watching this show that's like, oh, it's no big deal, whatever. Read the book because
I
they
need to
talk
get that.
about poor people can't go drive through coffee. Rich people won't go drive-through coffee, and then middle-class people do drive-through coffee.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason rich people don't is like, why would I give $8 here? Because in a month's time, even if it's only $24 a month, they can invest that and make such a high return. And so the deeper question is,
Mm-hmm.
why is the middle class person going for the instant gratification?
Yes.
And I will say this: if you're the middle class person that's like, well, I can't invest like everybody else, can you? Can you not? You need to call
Right.
because
Right.
we can. And then let me put my information up in case you're just watching this. Where's my little stuff? Yeah, if you need to email me because we can work out a plan where you can take your drive-through coffee money and protect yourself and
Right.
start
Right.
growing. The
Well,
other thing is cash. So a great thing if you're in the habit of using your credit card or using your debit card or whatever,
mm-hmm.
get 200. Like Leah, let's say I don't know what your husband's spending. Well, let's say your husband's spending $200 a month on drive-through. You could get him $100 and say, "Here you go. How long will this last? Do not use the card."
Right.
And
Yeah.
then it's very painful when they have to pay cash. They're like, "Oh, where'd it go?"
It is, but then when I pay cash, I'm like, well, I feel like I didn't spend any money because it's gone and it's paid for, and there's no strings attached, but the
Oh,
money's
see,
gone.
cash freaks me out because I put everything on the card and pay it off every month, and so I'm like,
Right.
we're not tracking anything, but
Yeah.
give him that as a budget, as a fun money, like an allowance, and say,
Yeah.
this is your extra.
Right. And so I guess because I get a different check for my magazine that I do every month, it goes directly into I say a check, it's not a check, it's Venmo. And so I take whatever portion of that and put it in our checking account, and then I leave several $100s in there, and that's my spending money.
Sure.
So I go through and pay with my Venmo card for all my little extras, so it's not coming out of the bank. So I
But
guess it just looks like he's
you're
spending
OCD.
a lot more than me, but I'm using my extra funds to
But
pay
you're
for it.
OCD. You're very aware of your money because you look at it every day or every week. I don't know what you said, but he is not looking at all.
No.
So you can do a debit and take this advice, anybody listening, take a ATM withdrawal for $200 or $100 and then make a note in your bank, a statement like this was for your husband's fund money. Here, go
Mm-hmm.
through the drive-through, $100 worth. I don't care what you do with it.
Yeah.
That's less stress for you, and he's
Right.
aware. And then go back to him and say, "Honey, you think you can do it on 80? Okay, here's only 80.
Right.
How about 60?"
Yeah, well, he is good. He does take, I buy him 3 frozen meals and 2 fresh salads a week. So he always has lunch, but he's in media, and sometimes he has to go on a story or is not able to sit down and eat his lunch, and is just, it's 3 o'clock and I'm starving. Like, I get it. So he doesn't really do that a lot, but I guess I just noticed it because I'm obsessively checking like all the
Yes.
transactions. So, but he's a great guy, and he does not spend. He doesn't go buy expensive things, or he doesn't run up our credit cards, and so I
Yeah,
guess
and he
it's
doesn't gamble, and he's not out
no, Lord, no,
taking the
not unless
boys out, paying
we
for
would be
everybody's tab.
broken. We'd be broken about 4 minutes, so we don't
Funny.
need that. We're about to get my son a car probably within the next week. My daughter just got her second round of braces last week.
Oh wow.
And my son had sinus surgery, and we hadn't met our deductible. So there's a lot that's been coming. Is it funny? Is I feel like it's always leading up to Christmas. It's like money's
Yes.
like,
Yes.
and I'm like, here's my Christmas list. Oh, well, we'll get some.
Yeah.
We'll get some of these items. But my son hasn't given me one, and
Oh,
my daughter's given me 3 different ones. So it's weird.
I love it. Okay, well, and back to if someone's new to meal prepping, is there like one or two tools you'd recommend or one or two ways to get them started?
Okay, now when you say meal prepping, I want people to know I don't meal prep. Like get the 5 pounds of ground beef and do the meals. I meal plan. So basically, you can. There's probably an app. I'm sure there's something on Pinterest, but I just get my little notebook and I look back at the week before and say, like, just get there's 25 things I'm always going to have to get every week. So I just write
Mhm.
those down first, and then I'm like, okay, what am I out of? What are we close to being out of? What's on sale that I can get for now or for later? But I did make a mess up, Julie, the other day. I made my first user error on the Kroger order. The Kroger, and I always check it twice because I make two sets of marks to make sure I have everything. Because my husband's like, "Oh, you forgot so and so. Oh, you always forget. You always forget so and so."
Ugh.
So I try to double check. Well, here come the groceries with the Kroger truck on Sunday, and they come all in, and I'm like counting um 2 packs of paper towels, which I ordered one, and so this bag has two. I was like, oh, maybe they just put an extra in there or something. And then I go through these other bags. There are 10 rolls of paper towels. So in that
Whoops.
little box where it said one, I don't know where the zero came from, but I wound up with $25 on paper towels. And I
So,
was just like, oh my gosh, I didn't double check. And now we have paper towels. But I'm like, well, the next 7 or 8 weeks, I'm not buying paper towels. So it'll
or
pan out in the end.
you could give them as Christmas gifts. We know what you're giving for Christmas gifts. You got a roll of paper towels.
Oh, well, if I need something in a pinch, I'll definitely wrap those up and put a bow on them. So, but anyway, but normally I don't do that, but I was like, yes, I did because with Kroger their customer service is great. Like if you're like I didn't get my eggs or my eggs were broken or I was missing this or just anything, like they'll give you a refund in a heartbeat.
That's good to know.
So they're really good about like making it right, especially if it's on their end. But I wasn't gonna be like, I need a refund for these paper towels because that was on me.
Yeah, no. So do you think I didn't ask this. Do you think you're saving 20% because you meal prep plan or 30% or 50 in your
Oh,
food?
math isn't my thing, unfortunately. But I will say that um I'm definitely with the Kroger. So okay, real quick. When Aldi opened in my town, um, I was like, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna see how much of my groceries I can get there and whatever. So I did that for like 3 weeks. And my total at Aldi, the highest total I had there was 155. Um, but then there were around 10 or so things that we had to go to Walmart for.
Yes.
Um, just like my son eats lean cuisine pizzas and um just certain like I don't buy a lot of brand names, but there
Yeah,
are
but
certain things that we get every week that
all these is slim pickings.
Aldi didn't have. So
Yeah.
I was like, okay, so I would take, what I paid at Aldi and then add what I paid at Walmart. And I was like, I can still get it cheaper with Kroger, like bottom line. So, and I love the Aldi store. I like the concept. I take my bags, I take my quarter. And there's a lot of things you can get there. And especially if you just want to run in and you don't want to run into a big store,
Yeah.
you can just go in and find what you need and get out. And I like that. But I think I found after my experiment doing both that with Kroger, I can save more. And I didn't give any numbers, but my goal, my goal is 200 to 250 a week.
That's
Like,
great. Yeah.
and I hear people say, "Oh, my groceries are $400," and I'm like, "That's
Mm-hmm.
$1,200 a month." Like, and you're eating out. Like, here's my budget. Like, here's the food. I don't want so much money. We got to eat, and I get it, but
Yeah.
I just try to do it the most economically responsible way that I can, so that's not taking up, 50% of our budget or whatever.
Right, right. Well, I find food is the most other than a mortgage and a car,
Mm-hmm.
food's the next biggest thing, expense for our family.
Oh
So
yeah.
I so appreciate you sharing with us how you meal prep and I love that if anybody wonders what life was like before the internet, Leah and I have it under control. We use paper and pen and it works. So you
My
don't have
kids
to get a
laugh
fancy.
because I told them I'm older than Google.
Oh,
But
I
I'm
love
like,
it.
Google didn't come out to whatever. But they're like, the 1900s. I'm like, I was there. I didn't grow up with a cell phone. I didn't have all the stuff that y'all have. So just
Right.
you're living your best life right now in 2025. So
That's right. Well, I do
enjoy.
want to challenge you to try ChatGPT.
I will.
And just
Absolutely.
be creative and give it as much detail as you want, and
Okay.
off you go. And yeah, so
I'll
have
see
fun
what comes
with
up.
that one. But thank you so much. If you guys have
Yeah.
questions about how you can take your drive-through coffee money and invest it, let me know. And if you need more questions, I don't email me and ask me for Leah's recipe list unless you're willing to pay her $100, because I think that book is worth $100.
Yes, I may think about that. Packaging them all together and selling them. Yeah.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Well, y'all have a great day. Thanks so much. And go be great, go be you, and save money, because your future's coming. Start saving for it now. Thanks, Leah.
Thank you, Julie.